Yo, man, it's your boy Kato Media, and yes, I am back with another one. Yes, I said I am back with another one now. You guys had so much to say on part one that I had to make a part two, man. And this is about Atlanta, man. Now, for the people that's willing to relocate, if you're looking to relocate to Atlanta, it's a few things that you need to know, and everybody is not going to tell you the real. So I'm here to speak on it. Now, as I mentioned in the last video, my experience may not be someone else's experience, so please don't shoot the messenger. This is just me talking. You know what I mean? So we're gonna start it off now. Number one, the driving. Now, every day I have to literally fight on that road for my life, man. It's like people are literally trying to derail you off of the road. Now, I don't know what it is. Atlanta has become like some type of NASCAR driving on the highway, but it's crazy. You have car accidents every day, so be prepared to be in that standstill traffic. And anywhere that you gotta go, man, I advise you to plan ahead, man, for any type of interruptions, because it will happen. It will definitely happen. These accidents occur so much, it's so nerve-wracking. And sometimes, man, I actually seen one happen right beside me. Like this car ran into the back of a truck that was just stopped. You know what I mean? And it's like, were you even looking up? Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened? But the driving in Atlanta is crazy. It's either one or two. No, it's several things. I'm not even gonna say one or two things. You have people driving in the fast lane that's driving slow in the fast lane, so they're not even supposed to be in that lane. I don't understand if people did not take driver's ed, or they just don't know where they're supposed to be on the highway. So you have a lot of like slow moving traffic for no reason. Literally, it was one time where traffic was moving slow, so I'm like, it's probably another accident. The whole time it was something in the middle of the highway, and people were just taking their time going around this object, and I'm like, are you serious? So that's number one, man. If you one of those scary drivers, you come to Atlanta, you have to drive aggressively in Atlanta and be prepared for the road rage. I don't know if no one told you, but yeah, it's people that get shot on that highway all the time and they die. Like it's really a real thing in Atlanta. So, that's number one. Number two, let me see. What did I put down here? Just give me one moment. I can't even read my handwriting sometimes. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's so bad. Let's keep going. So number two is strip clubs, man. So Atlanta is known for that nightlife and that strip club life, man. If you go into the strip club, be prepared to spend money. Yeah, be prepared to spend money. And they may not even dance. You know what I mean? I think the strippers done got so lazy now in Atlanta. Like, you'll throw money and they'll just, they'll sit up there and look at you. They think like what you're throwing is very minute, so they really want the big bucks. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they've taken away some of the private rooms in some of these strip clubs, so it really doesn't even make sense at this point. If anybody told you about Magic City, there's no room in there at all. I'm telling you, don't let it be packed in there, because you're gonna be squished in like sardines. Everybody always say, oh, you come to Atlanta, you gotta go to Magic City. Well, how about this? You go in Magic City if you want to on a packed night, and you're really gonna be trying to catch air from any and every direction, and I'm not even joking. I remember one time, man, I was at Pinups, and this girl, she was like, oh, you want to dance? So this is the trickery in Atlanta, right? They'll tell you like, oh, it's a certain amount per song. So the DJ purposely mixes the songs in together, so you don't even know when the song actually transitions. So just think about it. They're not even playing through a full song. So that's how they get their money like that. And so the girl, after she got done, she was like, "Oh, that was like that was 5 songs." And I'm like, "No, it wasn't." You know what I mean? She's like, "Yes, it was." And I'm like, I'm thinking about it, like, "No, it wasn't. I was right there." And yo, do you know this is how I knew it was bad? Because this girl had socks on in the strip club. She literally like went and got security and was about to chase me down over, I believe it was like $5. And I was like, are you serious? Like, you know what I mean? But these are the things that, if you're living in that life, and this is what you got to deal with, that type of shenanigans. That's why I don't go to the strip club at all anymore, because it's just pointless, for real, just in my opinion. Now a lot of people will say, well, what if I'm not into that life and I just like, stand away from the whole nightlife thing? And that's cool, man. It's several things that you can do in Atlanta to stay away from that nightlife. You can do things like going to what's that place called? I can't even think of the place with the golfing and everything like that. You can do that. You can go to Main Event, or, I guess, like I said, man, you can go bar hopping. These are things if you just want to have fun. You know what I mean? It's really not a lot. They just make it seem like it is. Now, there are a lot of events that you can attend that they do have in Atlanta. I highly recommend that, but you have to be on your P's and Q's. Now, if you're a person that you don't like being around a lot of people, then I don't really know what to tell you, to be honest with you. But, that's just my opinion. Now, next on the list is customer service. Customer service is dead at this point. It don't matter where you go. You can go in any restaurant. People like in Atlanta, they will be disrespectful to you and look at you crazy like you're the issue. You know what I mean? It's like you're not supposed to be respected anymore when you go into these establishments. So that thing with Keith Lee, it's a real thing. Like, they really show favoritism to so-called celebrities. That's why everybody wants to have this so-called social status. They want to be looked as, oh, when I walk in here, they're gonna, bow down. And that's just the wrong way to think, man. Treat everybody the same way. And it's the same way with these beauticians, the people that cut hair. They do the same thing. They cut one person, one famous person head, and all of a sudden they're a celebrity barber, or they're a celebrity beautician, and now the prices is going up. But you gotta think about the people that comes to you on a day-to-day basis. Like, are they able to afford these prices? And I think this is what I said, man. That whole Black Hollywood feel is just, it's just not it. So yeah, the customer service is trash. It doesn't matter if you go to a fast food, if you go to a top-notch restaurant, they will literally treat you like, yo, you owe me. And I think we living in this whole era of these BBL females, and they want to act like they better than everybody else. And same way with these dudes, you got these sassy dudes acting like they better than everybody else. It's weird now, because it's like, you throw on some designer and some shades, and all of a sudden you think you're gonna. No, that doesn't work this way. It doesn't. People that's really living in Atlanta, they really don't care nothing about that, man. That fashion sense, because at the end of the day, that flexing will get you robbed. And I'm not joking, man. These boys out here, they're not playing no games, man. No games at all. They taking everything. I remember when this lady, I had posted this video a while ago, and this lady was like, oh, what are you gonna get from a Lyft driver or Uber driver? I'm like, dog, they taking people cars in Atlanta. They don't want your money. They don't want your cash. They want the whole car. So they taking a car with them. So that's the thing, man. That's another issue. People getting robbed, snatched out of their cars, and lift rides. So, that's another thing. Next on the list, man, we have no loyalty. Literally, man, you will have people that will backdoor you just for a particular social status. Social media can be a killer because it seems like people just live for that now, especially in Atlanta. So if you got a little bit of motion and you got a little bit of name, people will just rock with you just so they can use you. Like, they really just want to see how they can be an opportunist. So it's really no loyalty. Like, I remember one time I was at the club and like this guy that I was friends with, he was like, let me see your phone. Now, mind you, I have a lot of followers on Instagram. I don't praise it. I don't really care about it. I honestly want to deactivate it because I can care less about if somebody like me or not. Honestly, I'm really to that point. But he was like, let me see your phone. So he grabbed my phone and he started recording himself, which is so odd to me. But then he tagged himself in the video and posted it to my story. So basically, he wanted people that follow me to follow him. It gets weird like that in Atlanta, and I'm not joking. That's why I said, man, like, if you just be yourself, you stay out the way, you do what you do, you know what I mean? It can be a place for you. But honestly, I'm talking about the Black Hollywood. This is what they created it, and this is what they made it to be. This is supposed to be like the music, entertainment, acting place where you come, where you're trying to, take your career to the next level. But it's like, if you have a career job, it's like you get looked down upon in Atlanta, which is the weirdest thing to me. You know what I mean? Because just because I don't want to showboat and I don't want to pretend like I got it, then I'm not in the cool crowd. But that's just my take on it, man. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. I can make another video letting y'all know where to move and where not to move when you come into Atlanta, because there's some spots where you can move and it might be cheap and it might look like it's nice, but if you're relocating, it might be a bad spot. You don't want to get your car broken into, man, and it's real, because the next town over, them boys hit 100 cars. I'm not making this up at all. They hit 100 cars in one night. Make sure you like and subscribe, all that good stuff, man. It's your boy Kato Media, and like that, I am out.